spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, it's gone. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice
blitz coming, and down he goes. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keith Taylor.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Mons throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And it shouldn't come as any surprise that you say Adam Thielen made a catch, and it was for a first down. He comes off another solid season, over 900 yards receiving, one of the best route runners in the NFL.
They go play action here. Mon.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cook running right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Bond going to throw it.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, Mond.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Charles Harris came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Mond out of the shotgun.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Gostkowski the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Mond now off of play action.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings feature back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. These two teams all tied after one. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
So good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that, but in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand-new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a 3-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues to make catches like that.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Reynolds. Goff on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10.
That is caught by Thielen. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Mon looks to throw on 1st down.
And that'll be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
2nd and 10.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mon looks to throw.
Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin.
And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
On 1st down, here's Mon.
Setting up the screen for Cook. Oh, good. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook,
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a play fake, and it's gone.
He'll get this off to Swift.
Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. Again, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Flush to his right.
And he wants Reynolds way downfield.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
One more time with Swift.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
From the gun, here's Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And Gostkowski's kick is good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Mon.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Here's Mond. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
He gets this complete to Cephas.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Goff.
And this one taken in by Cephas.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
On second down, Swift.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now it's Swift.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Goff. And it's caught. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
On 1st and 10, here's Mond.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On play action, they'll throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Kellen Mond
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Goff now to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He'll get it up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Kellen Mond,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Now left side on the swing pass. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Now it's gone. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here trying to preserve the lead. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. This pass complete to Reynolds. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Goff. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 46. I'm starting to wonder, Charlie, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Vikings, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.